Hello, let's read this question. Stefan has $120. He bought a tablet for $48. What fraction, decimal, and percent are equivalent to the amount of money that Stefan spent? And let's use our strategy of cube that we have on the right side. So we're going to start by identifying important information, numbers, and what they mean. So here say that he has 120, okay. Then he bought a tablet. The tablet cost $48. This is important. Now the question is, what fraction, decimal, and percent are equivalent? Equivalent means the same to the amount of money that Stefan spent. Okay, what is the money that he spent? Well, we put in blue, right? Money Stefan spent. Okay, we did underline. In this case, we highlighted. So I'm going to put this and this. I always put those two together. Box, let's box the question, and the question is find the fraction, decimal, and percent that are the same for the money Stefan spent. We did box the question. Now the next step will be elaborate. And to elaborate, because my question is about fraction, decimals, and percents, then I'm going to use my fraction, decimal, and percent T-chart. Let me bring it, guys. Okay, great. So in this section for fraction, I'm gonna circle with orange because that's the color I use here. For decimal, I'm gonna circle in green, and for percent, I'm gonna circle in blue, dark blue. Okay, now we're gonna complete our fraction, and we remember on the example that we did on questions 1 and 3 for 6.4G, the same objective. To have a fraction, we need to find the total, right? And the part to whole. Okay, so here, what could be all the money in this question? Yes, that's gonna be 120. And what is the part of the money that Stefan spent? $48. Awesome. So here on the numerator, we're gonna write 48. Great. So now I have a fraction here, and fractions can be simplified, right? So that will be my first job. And to simplify, I can divide by 2 on numerator and divide by 2 on the denominator, and that's gonna take me to 24 over 60. Can I keep dividing? Yes, of course. And I'm gonna keep dividing on the side. 24 over 60. We're gonna divide by 2, and we're gonna divide by 2. We already explained on questions 1 and 3 why this works, so we can get equivalent fractions, right? It's just a way to rewrite it. 24 divided by 2, that gets me 12, and 60 divided by 2, that gets me 30. Can I keep dividing by 2? Yes. 12 divided by 2, that gets me 6, and 30 divided by 2, that gives me 15. Great. Can I divide by 2? The 6 I can, but the 15 I can't. What about the 3? Can I divide 6 by 3? Yeah, and that will give me a 2. What about 15? 15 divided by 3, that will give me a 5. So I'm going to do 6 divided by 3 and 15 divided by 3. It's going to be equals to, that's going to give me a 2, and that's going to give me a 5. So this should be the simplest form. So I'm going to write it like that, 2/5. So you see, this is the same as this, and this is the same as this. They are equivalent. Okay, so now that I have it like this, I'm gonna write my fraction in decimal. In your videos, guys, you have one that is called fraction, decimal, and percent flashcards. So if you haven't done or you haven't seen that video, please go to that video, get ready your flashcards, and then you can come back to this one. But I'm gonna show you now how the flashcards look like. Let me bring my flashcards. Okay, so this is my flashcard for 1/5. And you see, 1/5, it is the same as 0.20, and also it is the same as saying 20%. You see, it's the same green section in this flashcard. So there are three different ways to talk about the same size, about this piece in this whole. Okay, so now in my problem, now I simplify this fraction to be 2/5. This is the simplest form of this fraction, and it will be the same size, just a different way to rewrite it. Okay, so now this is 1/5, but I want to know 2/5. So then that really, guys, will be like having two green pieces. Like this one should be green too. Not only one, but two. You see that? Great. So I know that 1/5 is 0.20, but I want 2. Yes, we can add this one twice, or we can multiply by 2. Can you help me to multiply? 2 times 0, 0. 2 times 2, 4. 2 times 0, 0. Great. Now let's count the decimals on each factor. 1, 2, 2 decimals. This factor has none. So the total here is 2 decimals. From right to left to place values. Okay, so our decimal here is 0.4 or 0.40. It's the same thing. I have it in green, and this one we keep them in orange. And then now we want the percent. Notice in this flashcard, guys, this is my decimal point, and to rewrite it in 2%, remember that we mentioned the same piece, because anyway, if I'm gonna take away this one from here, yeah, like that. If I want to say, okay, the whole circle, what percent is the whole circle? 100%, right? So you see how many equal sections do we have here? We have 5. If each section is 20%, then that means that we have 20, 40, 60, 80, 100. You see, so everything matches. Okay, so how do I go from decimal to percent? The percent has no point. If you don't see any decimal point, then what is it in reality? In front of the 2, in between 2 and 0, or behind 0? Correct, it is behind 0. So it can look like a 20. If not, it will be 0.20 or 2.0, but this way it is a 20%. Okay, so how many times did we move this decimal point to become a 20%? 1 to place values. It's like multiplying by 100. So then this is our 20%. So it will be the same here. Now to go to percent, the decimal needs to move to place value towards the right. To place value, we repeat the same process. So here our number will be 40%. Great. And the question is, find the fraction, decimal, and percent. So we have to look at the 3 numbers. Okay, so our fraction is 2/5. Here is not working. And the decimal didn't work either. Neither the percent. Okay, let's look at choice B. 2/5 looks okay. 0.4 is the same as 0.40, so it works. And this is 40%. Looks like we found our answer. Okay, letter C is not. The decimal is not and the percent is not. 3/8 is not 2/5. We definitely found our answer and it is letter B. Awesome, guys. Thank you.